Ronald Floyd from CouchPotatoAthletes.com, coming to you from the couch. Today I'm going to talk about poker, particularly the World Series of Poker. And I know poker, not really a sport, but it is a competition. It is on ESPN, and the perfect game for a couch potato. But anyway, I really like poker, love it. But the World Series poker circuit events, smaller buy-ins, traveling the country, now the world, great thing to promote poker, better tournaments. World Series I've been in a few. It's very well run, but it's pretty much all no limit hold'em with a pot limit Omaha, one pot limit Omaha tournament. 11 no limit hold'ems, one pot limit Omaha, and a lot of the stops. Some of the stops have Omaha high low. You might even find stud or horse at some of the stops, but not all of them. And at the World Series and their $10,000 like stud events and Raz events, the numbers are going to continue to go down if you don't get players to more younger players to start playing those games. Eventually, the World Series of Poker is going to be no limit hold'em and pot limit Omaha. Of course, we're looking 30, 40, 50 years from now, but just a suggestion, something I'd like to see. Maybe a $250 buy-in, which is the smallest I've seen for this year's circuit, the 2018-19, I should say, season circuit. Or even make it a $300 or $400 buy-in. As have all the games from the 8-game mix, plus an 8-game mix at every stop. I know it's about making money, and no limit hold'em's always going to have more players, so more money for the casino. But if you had a $300, $250 buy-in Raz event, and you only got 30 players, how long is that game going to last? It's not going to take up a dealer or a table, well, 3 tables for that long. It's a one-day event, and you'll have more players playing at a smaller level who can then build a bankroll and then get bigger levels and so on. That way, for all the older players who are, eventually will stop playing, pass away, you'll bring in newer players to replace them. I just fear that because I love all the games. If you don't do something, there's just going to be limit hold'em and pot limit them all. Also, so that was first of all, so that way they can have their 12 events that they always have. Plus looking up a list. Add Deuce to 7 triple draw, limit hold'em, Omaha high low, Raz, 7-card stud, 7-card stud high low, pot limit Omaha. Even though it's not an 8-game mix, I think they should have that, and no limit Deuce to 7. That was considered to be in the main event back when they first started the World Series. And then horse and 8-game mix. That's 10 games, so it'd be 22 games. And then if they had a senior and a women's, 24 games. So I would really like to see that. Also, at the World Series of Poker, it's the World Championship of Poker. They should have a World Championship of all the games. And I'm not talking about house games with wild cards and some crazy stuff like the Chicago high spade and hole gets half the pot. Not talking about those games. I'm talking about actual poker games. No Badoogie event. It's played in some of the mixed games, but they don't have a Badoogie. They should have a Badoogie. No limit ace to 5 not played very often or at all. Ace to 5 triple draw. Parliament Hold'em haven't been played the past couple years, and they definitely should play Parliament Hold'em. 5-card stud, the granddaddy of poker games, and Nulman 5-card draw. Those are the main ones. I know they've had a few others, but like Chinese poker, but they should have those. Maybe even have the Nulman 4-handed every year. The Mix Max every year to a lesser extent on them, but they should have them. And what makes a World Championship event? Does it have to be a $10,000 buy-in? Because I know in 2004, I believe the pot limit Hold'em was the highest buy-in pot limit Hold'em was $3,000, and on the broadcast they called it a World Championship. That's what it should be. It should be the World Championship should be the highest buy-in, whatever event, up to $10,000, and that's the World Championship. Unless they want to call something more the World Championship, which on occasions they have on 2,500 for, or 25,000. I mean for the heads up, at least 1 year. And they've also had events like the $1 million buy-in or $40,000 Nulman Hold'em, not the World Championship. So highest buy-in up to 10,000 should be the World Championship, or if it's higher, World Series discretion. And if they're worried about the gold rings and the gold bracelets given out for free and not having enough players and justify a gold ring, gold bracelet, make it a silver bracelet, silver ring at the circuits. If you had you can make it. I mean, because they've had platinum bracelets for the $1 million buy-ins, and they still counted it as a bracelet. Have a silver bracelet. For the ones you don't think you're going to get enough players. So, and then just count it as a bracelet. You'll get players. So, wanting rings, wanting bracelets. It's that way. It truly is a World Championship of all poker variants, and for the circuits, you'll restock the pond, as I say. So, just my opinion. One other thing too, since they count the World Series of Poker and they count the World Series of Europe for the Player of the Year, maybe count the circuits too. But if they did that, they'd have to change it a lot. The points, they can do the money on investment like they're doing now, but have a multiplier in there, because winning 5 or 6 $300 or $500 events, nowhere near as good as winning the 50K Players Championship. They'd have to do a little adjusting to where you don't get that many points for small buy-ins. So just like to see what you think. Wouldn't mind them bringing the regional championships back either, like they used to have at some of the stops. Maybe make it a 5,000 buy-in, but just thoughts. Let me know what you think. Also, casinos maybe 1 day or 2 days a month have a small buy-in stud tournament, but also cash game, Raz, whatever. Offer, you don't have to be all day either, just certain hours, 9 to 5, midnight to 6, whatever your down hours are, and give 4 to 8 hours of a game, maybe 4 times a month, and rotate it. You have 8-game mix, horse, just 7-card stud, Raz, something for the small the cash game grinders and small tournament players to get them playing the other games so they don't die. So just let me know what you think. If any poker players watching see this, so I'll have more videos out on all different sports and competitions. Thank you for watching. Email me at b32695@AOL. Make comments below. Look forward to hearing from you, and look forward to making more videos. Thank you for watching. Ronald Floyd from CouchPotatoAthletes.com. Thank you.